guys, I'm going to show you what the tone curve does. It is really cool and really simple. So I'm going to start with this picture because it's like a little bit flatter. We've got some like brighter parts back here and some darker over on the sides and on the carpet, but her face is pretty like neutral flat light, so it should make it pretty easy to see. We're going to skip all the other editing things so that you can just see what this tone curve does. Okay, so the top of the tone curve affects the light parts of the pictures and the highlights. So when I pull that up, it's going to brighten the image, especially the highlights. And then we'll reset it. The bottom is going to affect the dark parts of the image and the shadows. So if I pull that down, see, it makes the darks darker. If I pull the light up, it makes the lights lighter. So it's like kind of controlling your contrast in a more controlled way. So, and this Lightroom does kind of a cool thing. These little sliders down here will also adjust your tone curve for you, or they adjust themselves as you adjust the tone curve. So you can see what it's doing. But the S shape, like this one, is generally considered the best shape to have because it brightens your brights and darkens your darks just a little and adds a little more contrast. However, if you are looking to do like a really soft edit, sometimes I will grab the bottom part and pull it up like this because it removes the shadows. And so sometimes if I want to do something really soft, I'll brighten the brights up and then brighten up the shadow as well. And you can see how that, like, I'm getting it to the right exposure here, but you can see how that like affected the shadows a lot by brightening those up. So that's one thing you can do. You can pull it up on the top and the bottom, and that will lighten it up a lot. And then of course it will do the opposite if you pull the, you can get rid of the highlights by doing that, and you can make it darker too if you want. So that's the basic idea of the curve. The top half affects light and highlights, and the bottom half affects darks and shadows. One more quick thing, sometimes I'll sometimes pull like the top of it down just a little, but still like kind of bump it up a little, like more middle top part, pull the bottom down just a little, and that's often like the way I'll use it. And then I'll show you if I edited with like my exposure and some of those other things, it's just going to give it just a little bit more bump of, something to just make it even a little bit more of a powerful image. Or I can brighten it up or whatever. So that is how the tone curve works. It's way easy and should give you an idea of what you're doing. Hopefully that was helpful.